Bharat-ASEAN friendship is strong, as Prime Minister Modi has said. He's currently in Indonesia for the ASEAN-India summit, and while giving out his statement, though a brief statement, but made it very clear with the use of words. Attending the ASEAN meeting, calling it a growth hub, Prime Minister Modi said, India's Act East policy is crucial. India's Act East policy is crucial, and the Bharat-ASEAN friendship is only going to become stronger by the day. Prime Minister Modi referring to the Bharat-ASEAN relationship and said it's only going to be ensured that it becomes stronger and will be strengthened by the day. Also got a rousing welcome from the diaspora.
आज वैश्विक अनिश्चितताओं के माहौल में भी हर क्षेत्र में हमारे आपसी सहयोग में लगातार प्रगति हो रही है। यह हमारे संबंधों की ताकत और रेजिलियंस का प्रमाण है। इस वर्ष की आसियान समिट की थीम है आसियान मैटर्स, एपिसेंट्रम ऑफ ग्रोथ। आसियान मैटर्स क्योंकि यहां सभी की आवाज सुनी जाती है, और आसियान इज एपिसेंट्रम ऑफ ग्रोथ क्योंकि वैश्विक विकास में आसियान क्षेत्र की अहम भूमिका है। हमारी हिस्ट्री और ज्योग्राफी भारत और आसियान को जोड़ते हैं। साथ ही साझा वैल्यूज, क्षेत्रीय एकता, शांति, समृद्धि और मल्टीपोलर वर्ल्ड में साझा विश्वास भी हमें आपस में जोड़ता है। आसियान भारत की एक्ट ईस्ट पॉलिसी का केंद्रीय स्तंभ है। भारत आसियान सेंट्रलिटी और इंडो पैसिफिक पर आसियान के आउटलुक का पूर्ण समर्थन करता है।
So barely hours to go for the G20 summit to begin, but Prime Minister Modi also ensuring that the responsibility to attend and the duty to attend the ASEAN summit is also fulfilled. Let's get a perspective on this. Joining me is our Foreign Affairs editor Geeta Mohan to tell us the latest on what exactly is the significance of this. Geeta, ASEAN-India summit, where he says and talks about the Bharat-ASEAN friendship. Tell us about what is the strategic significance of this.
Well, the strategic significance is that ASEAN, the whole of Southeast Asia, one is a massive area of and market, not just for India, but also how the ASEAN nations want to engage with India. These are emerging economies. These are economies that have a very bright future. And these are economies that have the same problems as India when it comes to China. The aggression that you see in Southeast Asia against countries by China are problems. Now, what is one of the most important aspects of the conversation that India is going to have at the ASEAN table? All the countries that have concerns with regards to the latest edition of the map released by China is going to be discussed, that this territorial aggression cannot continue. So that certainly makes all of them come on an equal platform to discuss matters of concern. But also this is a very important strategic space, and that's why when the ASEAN summit, there is an ASEAN summit that's taking place. When the ASEAN summit takes place, on the sidelines, we have two other very important summits that India attends. One is the ASEAN-India summit, which is very specific to ASEAN nations in India. And the second is the East Asia summit, which is the ASEAN nations engaging the rest of the world, particularly the developed nations. And you will see participation from China and from Russia and from the United States of America. So all quarters over there coming together. The emphasis is on the importance of the ASEAN nations and the region itself. It's a very important region. A lot of the trade that takes place through and then the trade traffic through maritime waters goes through this part and this region as well. And we have very important countries that are stakeholders, which is why India has now a strategic partnership with ASEAN.
Yes.
And that certainly goes to show the importance India attaches. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi speaking at the ASEAN-India Summit, and later he will also be speaking at the East Asia Summit.